Broadcasting live from the east side of sunny Madison, Wisconsin, it's The Last Show on Earth with Nate Chappell. Tonight, we ignore Huey Lewis as we take a big long look at the news, but now, the man who is an anchor in that he will drag you to the bottom of the sea, the last host on Earth, Nate Chappell. Yeah, Johnny? Yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the human interest story of internet television, The Last Show on Earth. How are you? I am fine. This is episode news, but wait, everybody don't hang up. We're not going to be talking about the real news, okay? I think we all probably have had our fill of that. No, we're going to be talking about, like, the news, like the TV show The News. But because it's episode news, we've got some very exciting news about tonight's episode. With more on that story, here's our special correspondent, our man on the street, Johnny Fisher. Johnny? Johnny? Oh, yeah, I think he's out here. He's supposed to take this camera with him. Look at him out there. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go get him. Is he talking? Oh, God. I'm going to go get him.
Which goes to show sometimes a show is more than just a show. For The Last Show on Earth, I'm Johnny Fisher. Nate?
Thanks, Johnny. So, we didn't have the audio for most of that, so without any further ado, you guys, I wish to call a press conference.
Mr. Chappell, Mr. Chappell.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Or, sorry, I should say the press corps, sorry. It's my fault that I would do that. I will make a brief statement regarding the show, and then I will take a secret number of questions, okay? Tonight, The Last Show on Earth, of which I am the host, head writer, and janitor, is shooting episode news. As such, we will be skipping the monologue tonight so that we may feature an extended edition of our very local news segment, My Week in Review. Okay, now I'll take questions.
Mr. Chappell.
Yes, you there.
Mr. Chappell, couldn't you have just skipped making this lengthy announcement and just have had a slightly shorter monologue?
Psych! The secret number of questions was 0.
Mr. Chappell!
No further questions,
Mr.
Your Honor,
Chappell,
because
Mr. Chappell.
it's time for your morning affirmation.
I'm security guard Carl Lewis with today's morning affirmation.
Today, when you step out into the brisk spring air, look up at the sun. And then keep looking, see if it does anything to help your vision. It can't hurt. Welcome to My Week in Review. I'm Nate Chappell, and this is my week. On Saturday, the buzz surrounding the new Twin Peaks series reminded me of the time I saw David Lynch just walking around Madison. He was wearing khakis, and I worked at Blockbuster Video at the time, so I found him quite relatable. Before that, for some reason I thought this Eraserhead cover box image was David Lynch. Boy, I was way off. On Sunday, I nervously kept my distance from a stray dog roaming the neighborhood. I realized through my crippling fear of this small cat-sized dog that maybe I just don't even know what to be afraid of anymore. On last week's show, I bravely revealed that Keanu Reeves is my fourth favorite action star, behind Bruce Willis, Tom Cruise, and Matt Damon. I've received a lot of heated feedback about this ranking, and I'd like to take a moment to defend my list. Okay, I get it. The Matrix is great, and John Wick is good, and Speed was when we really as a society realized that Theodore Ted Logan was all grown up. But what keeps Keanu in the 4 and not the 1 is Speed 2. It had almost no action scenes, and Key and Sandy weren't even in scenes together, so we didn't get even that playful chemistry. Maybe if the mailbox, I don't know, couldn't go slower than 50 miles an hour. Oh, the lake house. I think I watched the wrong movie. That explains all the stuff about that house on the lake. Okay, Bruce is still best. Cruise, you're staying put at 2 because I like how you run like you have knives for hands. But Keanu's at 3 now, and Damon, you slide down to 5, and coming out of nowhere is Jason Patrick in 4th with the film Cruise Control. Having moved my drawers down 1 drawer 6 months ago, I reached a milestone on Monday when, for the first time, I didn't open the old drawer first, confirming that I am, indeed, the smartest man alive. This just in, since writing this joke, I have opened the wrong drawer several times. On Tuesday, I spent an hour trying to bounce a ball into a basket on skateboard, and I got it too, by God, because once I get an idea in my head, I won't stop until it's done. Ideas not in my head include dishes, where are my keys, mowing the lawn, cleaning the basement, and seriously, where are my keys? With more on this story, we go to our man on the street correspondent, Johnny Fisher. Johnny? That's my week in review. I'm Nate Chappell saying that was a long week.
Coming this fall, Pant Chat with Mike and Nate. On Pant Chat, Mike and Nate pick apart every part of the pant from pocket to pleat. They ponder what goes into the perfect pair of pants, apart from your legs. Go on, put 'em on, 2 legs at a time. Pant Chat, Monday mornings this fall.
Wolfout Television presents Eddie, the world's first ever live claymation television show. Watch the magic as it happens, live. Eddie's one cool cat. I've heard he can be a bit catty, but Eddie says he's just misunderstood. One thing's for sure, this kitten likes to scratch. Eddie. Series premiere Saturday, July 19th, 8 p.m. to Tuesday, July 22nd, 4 p.m. Only on Wolfout Television. You're watching Action 7 News with Mindy Montague and Chip Capulet.
Good evening. I'm Chip Capulet, in for Mindy Montague.
And I'm Mindy Montague, in for Chip Capulet. Our top story tonight, the sun is on track to fuse all of its hydrogen into helium, at which point it will become a red giant and envelop the Earth. But first, with a look at the weather, let's check in with our new meteorologist, Peter Petrichor. Peter?
Thanks, Mindy. Speaking of sun, it looks like we're going to be getting a lot of it as this warming trend continues into early next week. Chip?
Thanks, Peter, and welcome to the team. A burglary was reported earlier this afternoon on the east side of Madison. The thief took one jelly donut that clearly belonged to the anchor. Authorities have released this composite sketch of the suspect.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I didn't realize you had dibs on the jelly donut. Mindy?
Thanks, Peter. An anonymous local news anchor is struggling to figure out how a new hire fresh out of college gets a signing bonus when it's like pulling teeth for me to get an extra 2 days of vacation. With more on that, here's our new hire, Peter Petrichor.
Thanks, Mindy. Looks like we've got a high pressure area coming in right around here. For the record, I have been out of college for several years. Chip?
Thanks, Peter. Social media has exploded today in the wake of recent events involving a new weatherman in town. One tweeter remarked that the so-called weather bro, quote, looks weird, end quote. The tweeter also pointed out that he, quote, sounds weird and probably smells weird and I hate him, end quote. Mindy?
This just in. I miss our old meteorologist, Annie Sky.
That's right, Mindy. We've got breaking news. That is the news of my breaking heart over the departure of our previous meteorologist, Annie Sky. Annie?
Nope, still Peter here. Do you want a weather report or...
Annie never would have asked that. Mindy?
That's right, Chip. Peter?
Okay, sorry. Here we go. It doesn't look like there's gonna be a big change in temperatures anytime soon, but we are going to see the humidity levels rise steadily throughout the weekend, and it's gonna get muggy. And as that humidity rises, we're gonna see that heat index.
We've got a developing story for you here. Local news anchor Chip Capulet fell asleep during that weather report because it was so boring. When asked for comment, Mr. Capulet said,
What, is it over? Please tell me it's over.
I think I speak for us all here at Action 7 when I say I hope so. And now, with a look at prep sports, here's Peter Petrichor. Peter?
What? I don't really know anything about sports, but I'll give it a shot. It looks like this quarterback here is going to throw to this guy, and this line is going to push right through here, and along with that will come some colder temps. Sorry, I don't know anything about sports. I studied meteorology.
Okay, Peter, that's fair. A bright fireball was spotted flying through the sky over the English Channel, suspected to be a space rock burning up as it entered the atmosphere. With more on that, here's meteorologist Peter Petrichor. Peter?
I didn't study meteors. That's not what meteorology is. I studied the weather.
Well, did you study whether or not anyone liked you?
What's your problem, Chip? I'm just trying to do my job.
Sources report that trying is the operative word. With more excuses for his many shortcomings, here's struggling weather student Peter Petrichor. Peter?
You know what? This isn't worth it. You guys want some news? I got some news for you. You're jerks. In related news, I quit.
Thanks, Peter. Finally, tonight, we say goodbye to mediocre meteorologist Peter Petrichor. We had some stormy times, and ultimately, he couldn't handle the heat.
Let's hope for clear skies ahead. Stay tuned for Nateline up next. For Chip Capulet, I'm Mindy Montague.
And for Mindy Montague, I'm Chip Capulet.
Good night.
James.
vote. Lou, you're up.
Abby, I'll promise you right here, right now, that I will stay loyal.
Madison, Wisconsin. A growing city, sure, but it still had a small town feel. Safe. Or was it? Local improv comedian Tabitha thought so when she moved here. Friends say she liked to hang out, go to the farmer's market, and do improv comedy. But when local hero and internet television host Nate Chappell sent Tabitha a Facebook message, he was puzzled by the response. Or should I say, lack thereof? Yeah, it wasn't even anything important that I was trying to get a hold of her for. I just wanted to see if she could come to be on my internet television show, thelastshowonEarth.org. Oh, did I say the website again? So silly. That's the .org part. Anyway, I just wanted to see if she could get on. I waited and waited and waited, but I got no response. I waited for the dots to come up, but nothing. This wasn't like Tabitha, not the Tabitha he knew. Which led some, when asked repeatedly if this improv actor could have fallen victim to foul play, to reply, yes, and.
No, I think there's been some misunderstanding. I'm fine. I just don't check my Facebook messages very often. I turn the notifications off, and look, I appreciate the concern. I do, but I'm fine. I'm great, actually.
Great. Nothing to worry about. Or is it? When Nateline investigators gained access to Tabitha's house, what they saw was disturbing.
How'd they get in?
There was no hidden key, and the door, locked tight, showed no previous sign of forced entry. Clothes were strewn everywhere, several knives in the utensil drawer, and, most distressing of all, a bowl of what appeared to be blood?
No, I've just been working a lot, so I haven't had a chance to, not that it's any of your business, but where else would I keep the knives? And that's obviously marinara sauce. I think you can even see some Parmesan in there. Why would there be a bowl of blood?
Yes, why indeed? But if Tabitha hasn't been murdered, where's the body? Yeah, I definitely didn't see a body, which seems pretty suspicious. But I did just see the pictures that you showed me, so... Truth is, no one has seen her in those photos we showed them. For one simple reason. She's not there. Sure, makes sense. Hell, we've all seen photos without Tabitha in them before, but if that's true, where's Tabitha?
I'm right here.
Nateline has acquired this footage from a TV interview before Tabitha went missing.
No, this is right now. This isn't archive footage. I don't want anyone to watch this and think, oh God, I told my mom I was going to be interviewed for the news. Mom, I'm fine. Or am I?
Extra, extra! We're gonna play a game of extra, extra!
Oh. Yeah, Johnny's right. He's not lying to you. That's not fake news. This is real news. We are going to play extra, extra, and it's pretty exciting. The way this game works is that we get fake headlines from Viv. She tells them to us, and then we try to come up... No, wait. Fake news stories, and we try to come up with funny headlines. I say we start with whoever's most prepared. I think Tabitha's going to go first.
Okay, so your first fake news story is the so-called balloon boy made famous when his parents filled with helium to float away into the atmosphere and then claimed falsely that he was in it, gets his hot air balloon driver's license.
Air pirate to pilot. Balloon brat gets legit.
Okay. Balloon boy, now balloon man.
Tabitha wins.
Okay, what's our next nonsensical scenario? Sorry, I wrote these pretty late at night, guys.
Okay, the next fake news story is Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walk on the moon and discover that it is made of cheese.
Moon made of cheese, truth, and dairy.
Armstrong to Aldrin. I don't see any crackers. Let's get out of here.
Nate wins. Next fake news story. Remember the dress debate from 2015? Turns out there were two dresses, one blue and black and one white and gold.
Dress drama unzipped. I've been fooled.
Dress scandal heats up. Whew, says Monica Lewinsky.
Tabitha wins.
Sounds pretty good.
Next one. Former Chicago Bulls star Michael Jordan comes out of retirement for Space Jam 2.
Okay, we all had a ball watching Space Jam, but this story kind of bugs me. I give it Air Jordan.
Audiences suffer succotash as Jordan throws an air ball.
Tabitha wins.
My confidence didn't sell you?
Last one. Jay Leno crashes one of his classic cars into the NBC lot.
Chin up, Leno, you still got a garage full.
Jay Leno screws NBC again. You're a hack, Leno!
Nate wins the round, but Tabitha wins the game.
Get in here, high five me. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's been our show. I want to thank Tabitha for coming on to the show tonight. Sorry we tried to insinuate your murder. Check her out, alive at Atlas Improv here on the east side of Madison. Oops. And a big thanks, as always, to the arms and legs of this operation, Viv Chaplain, Johnny Fisher. I'm the eyes and ears. Oh God, who's the brain? Finn Hammond and Tyler Ensry made the music for tonight's show. Check out Tyler on SoundCloud and look for Finn with the sports coming up after the break. And next up, we've got Wolf Out TV presenting a rerun of another episode of Nateline. What? Go to thelastshowOnEarth.org for more of this show and wolfout.tv for more like this show. And we are Wolf Out TV all over this web we call worldwide, so look us up on google.corn. Thanks for watching us tonight, creeps, and remember, we're watching you too. And as Keanu Reeves always says in John Wick 2 when someone asks him if his dog has a name, no.
Things move a little bit slower in Madison. It's the kind of place where nothing ever happens. Or is it? Either way, Madison was the kind of place that technical director Johnny Fisher called home. Johnny was content, living in a closet at Wolfout Studios, surrounded by his board games and canned goods. He loved veggie dogs almost as much as he loved switching cameras, and was quickly promoted to head of camera switching for Wolfout Tonight. Sure, it was mostly just a title, but he didn't care. He was a hard worker, reliable, the kind of guy you could always count on to be there. Until...
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, I'm Nate Chappell, host of the popular internet television show Wolfout Tonight.
Okay, what's your emergency?
It looks like my friend Johnny's been murdered.
Is the victim breathing?
I don't know. He's not here. I went to go to a video and we were live and he's just gone.
Okay, sir.
Don't worry, we're on a promo break right now.
Well, what makes you think he's been murdered?
I don't know. I've been watching a lot of 48 Hours lately.
What's your address, sir?
www.wolfout.tv, as in Tuvalu.
That was one of the hardest calls I've ever had to make. My cell phone was almost dead and I still wanted to check Twitter, so, I had to use the landline of all things. I don't like saying that, but I had to use the landline. It was a rotary phone, so you have to move your finger around the... exhausting. Plus I was bummed out about Johnny too, I guess. And I had to get CompuBot booted up at the same time during the same break. The hardest call I've ever made.
But what happened? This is the last time anyone saw him during the open. What's he saying? Help me? It had everyone around Wolfout Studios saying, instead of, "Here's Johnny," "Where's Johnny?"
I've been a cop for 15 years, and this is by far the dumbest case I've ever worked. By the time I got there, Nate had already put everything, a bunch of stuff, in a box labeled evidence. ANCE.
Evidence. Like Johnny's favorite mask, gourd, several ounces of hair, and Johnny's bloody, severed finger?
It was pretty hard to see that. It was pretty dark and I had taken off my glasses, but I'm pretty sure it was his mouse finger.
So was it the size of a normal mouse's finger?
No, I mean the computer mouse. The finger he used for, clicking.
But who in the world would want to hurt Johnny?
And Johnny would never hurt a fly. I mean, unless he asked him to. And even then, it's not like he had fun doing it or anything, okay? He did it... Look, he killed all those flies because what he was doing, what we were doing, was bigger than a big jar full of dead flies. I don't think it was the flies that did it, though. I don't think they could hold the big knife I'm imagining, or a pen to write the note.
Oh, right, the note. Scrawled there in Sharpie on the back of an old script were the words, "I murdered Johnny. Nothing more, nothing less." Couldn't be much clearer, a confession of a dangerous kind. Vague. Because who is the I in the note?
Given the use of first person, I'd say whoever wrote this note is probably our guy.
But one by one, each of the suspects, Nate, Viv, the cat, that shady sergeant, me, the other cat, all eliminated as suspects. Their stories checked out, and life went back to normal. Well, almost normal.
The role that Johnny played in my life, well, CompuBot, the robot we have to replace Johnny, he's playing that role in my life now. But it's not the same. Well, I mean, it's mostly the same, but CompuBot can throw and catch two frisbees at the same time, so in that regard... Look, I'm just trying to say that we missed Johnny. Right, CompuBot?
Hang loose. Hang loose. Hang loose.
Hi. This is Chip Capulet. Wishing you and your family would just stop calling because I am sick and tired of all the messages and the constant ringing. I can't figure out how to change my ringer. from the Growing Pains theme song. Show me that smile, ooh, show me that smile. Don't wish. Somebody's calling, hold on. Hello? Huh? Huh? No. No. Love you too. Okay. That was my agent. So, without any further ado, I want to say to you, stop calling me, good night, and good nacho.